Welcome to the AL.com film room. I'm Justin King here with John Parker Wilson. John Parker, we're going to do the same thing that everybody else is doing right now, talking about Alabama, LSU. What's your take on the game?
Well, I think it's going to come down to our strength versus their strength. Leonard Fournette versus our defensive line and linebackers with Reggie Ragland, Jonathan Allen, A'Shawn Robinson, those guys up front. So it'll be a battle in trenches, maybe a little weather coming in the game, but a lot riding on this game with the SEC West implications. As it usually does toward the end of the season, these two teams are at the top of the poll, so a lot riding on this game.
John Parker, LSU, 7-0. It's not hard to figure out why they're 7-0. They're riding on the shoulders of their Heisman frontrunner, Leonard Fournette. Talk a little bit about what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, so right now he's averaging just at 7.4 yards carry, leading right now in the Heisman. So this is a big game for him and LSU because if he can have a standout game against one of the best defenses in the country, it's going to look good for his Heisman hopes. Let's look at a play earlier in the year versus Auburn. We see this play all the time from LSU. The quarterback does a little quick pitch. He's sealing off the end. The guard's going to wrap around, and now our fullback's lead blocker. We've got two lead blockers against Auburn. And they're actually in a good spot to defend this play, and I think this is just respect for Leonard Fournette right here. We're gonna watch the Auburn defense not even try to tackle him. It looks like they're scared, and I think this is something guys are just arm tackling. Finally, at the end, a safety tries to stick his face in there. But I think the respect that he gets from these guys on defense is just the way he runs over people. So Alabama's got to come to the point of attack and take the attack to the offense. We can't sit back and let this guy try to make moves or try to run around because he is talented. He's got a lot of power and a lot of speed and can definitely make guys miss tackling.
Yeah, that safety was a Michigan transfer, so maybe he hadn't heard who Leonard Fournette was quite yet. All right, John Parker, so Alabama has a fantastic defense, but they're not invulnerable. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, good point. So there are some chinks in the armor. One right here is when we're not going to have any secondary support. This is actually, you've heard it before, it's cover zero. So this is an all-out blitz. We've got 4 defensive line rushing, 2 outside linebackers rushing, and then man-to-man on the outside versus the receivers. And then Eddie Jackson's going to be lined up on the tight end. We'll see when the ball snapped how when the tight end blocks down Eddie Jackson's, now he's out of the play, and now this is all about angles. With no safety help over the top, when they're blitzing, it is about angles. And we're out of place early. They get to the edge, have some speed, have some good blocking downfield. But we'll see right here, tight end's blocking down. When he steps down, it takes Eddie Jackson out of the play. So it's a good design. Their offensive line does a good job of getting to the edge, setting these angles, and then when everybody's blitzing, there's nobody left in support. This is what it takes. One bad block or one bad tackle, and he's gone. So we can't be out of place. It's all about angles versus a good running back like Fournette.
All right, so we saw what Alabama can't do against Fournette. What should they do, and what are they capable of doing?
So I think it's taking the attack to them. We talked about the Auburn kind of sitting back on their heels, waiting for Fournette to get to them. Watch Denzel Duval right here. Push the line back. So the line of scrimmage we can see is right here on the 24. He's going to take it and put them in the backfield. Boom, blows up the initial block that's now 3 yards deep and disrupts the whole play. We can have the rest of the line come back. The cavalry's coming, but it's taking that initial push and get them back in the backfield. We'll see right here Anderson do the same thing. We're going to push him in back in the backfield, get behind the line of scrimmage. So the battle's one of the trenches, and if we can get back on their side of the line, it makes Fournette have to make his move quicker and make his adjustments a lot faster.
All right, so we've talked quite a bit about Fournette, but Alabama's got a pretty good running back too.
Yeah, Fournette's obviously leading Heisman right now, vote getter, but Derrick Henry, I think if he can have a good game, he's going to get people's attention because he is averaging over 100 yards a game. We'll see him right here. We're going to have Calvin Ridley come in motion that we've seen all year from Alabama on the speed sweep, and that gets the defense immediately funneling this way and does a good job for this wraparound guard to come in, kick out, and then Derrick Henry setting up in what is a really good run. It looks like he's just getting to the second level, but we'll take a look at the end zone. We can see the guards wrapping around here. Calvin Ridley is going to do a good job of getting the defense out of position. But then let's look at Derrick Henry. As he comes in, he pushes the hole. So he's going to set up this safety. Instead of immediately breaking outside, this safety now has to play this running lane. And when he does that, Derrick Henry sets it up, then he can break out, and then it's a foot race, and he's faster than the secondary right now. So he does a good job of pressing the hole, setting up his blocks, uses his guys downfield. He knows where the hole's at. He just lets it develop, and that's just him being athletic, good running back, eyes downfield, seeing the running lanes.